Today I'm going to be watching this video. It's called How Powerful is the Australian Military 2024? So I guess we're just into 2025, so it should be still applicable. Tell me how it is in your opinion. Being British, I feel like our military is just very underfunded, not in the best condition at the moment. A lot of equipment, from what I've heard, a lot of equipment and so on, it's not in good states of repair, just a lack of investment, a lack of focus. I don't know anything really about the Australian military with regards to how powerful it is. I've watched some videos about like the special forces and so on. I know that Australia has amazing soldiers, a lot of experience as well. So yeah, a country I'm happy to be allied with. But interested to know how powerful it is. Tell me what you think about it. What's your opinion on the Australian military? Is it underfunded? Is it funded well? What do you think about the level of the soldiers, the special forces and so on? Let's check out.
Budget of approximately $52.6 billion, Australia is ranked as the 16th most powerful military nation among 145 nations. But what does that ranking truly signify? How does it compare to other countries in terms of equipment, training, and strategy? In this video, we will explore the strengths and weaknesses of the Australian military and everything in between. Join us on this journey to discover how powerful is the Australian military. Australia, the largest country by area in Oceania and the sixth biggest country in the world, with its wide landscapes and natural beauty, is home to one of the most powerful armed forces. Before we look at Australia's current military might, let's go back in time to find out about its rich past and great achievements. The Australian military has participated in several significant conflicts throughout the years, including the Vietnam War, the Second Boer War, the First and Second World Wars, the Korean War, the Malayan Emergency, the Indonesian-Malayan conflict, and more recently, Afghanistan and Iraq.
Yeah, I mean, so you see like a lot of experience in conflict. So one of the things they was talking about there is experience. Like Australia definitely has a lot of it. Like I think being British, like when we hear about wars and the military and so on, like for countries outside of the UK, it's always just very focused on America. I feel like countries like Canada and Australia don't get enough respect and enough coverage really. Like, but when you see the amount of conflicts that Australia's been involved in, a very experienced military for sure.
The only time the Australian territory had been directly attacked was during World War II. The Australian Army has participated in numerous peacekeeping missions since 1947. Australian service members made their mark on the global arena. Thanks to their vital efforts during World War II, the Australian military has a record of valor and resolve. They have repeatedly demonstrated that the nation's military capabilities aren't solely determined by size. Given its vast geography and its military potential, is equally mighty, with a balanced blend of advanced weaponry, highly trained personnel, and strategic prowess, having developed until it reached this point in its remarkable defense capabilities. As of 2023, Australia proudly holds its place among the top 20 global military powers at number 16. A remarkable feat for a nation of its stature. The Australian military stands at the forefront of technological advancement, ensuring the security of the nation's commonwealth and safeguarding its interests. The Australian Defence Force, or ADF, consistently innovates, leading to a wide array of cutting-edge weaponry and equipment. From the silent depths of the ocean, where the menacing Collins-class submarines prowl, to the vast expanse of the skies dominated by the formidable F-35 Joint Strike Fighters, Australia's military arsenal is both impressive and intimidating. These state-of-the-art assets offer Australia's forces a distinct edge in contemporary conflicts. Armed with superior intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance capabilities, they are primed to swiftly detect and counter threats. The defense budget...
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like the intelligence side of things. Obviously, being British, we're in that agreement. Is it the Five Eyes Agreement with Australia and some other countries, other allies? So, like being part of that alliance, I think is good. But like, yeah, just when it's talking about like how advanced the equipment and so on is, if anybody has any like knowledge how it compares to like the British military, how do you have any comparison? Do you think it's further ahead than the British military? Do you have better equipment? Tell me more about that.
Detect and counter threats. The defense budget for 2023 stands at an estimated $52.6 billion, equating to about 2.04% of Australia's GDP.
And that's the thing, like in NATO, obviously, the target is like 2%, or the requirement is 2% to be spent. So it's like Australia being above that, like when there's so many countries who are not meeting that, countries like Germany, for instance. But I guess it also depends how that's spent. Do you think like Australia spends its military spending wisely and efficiently?
The ADF strength numbers just over 79,000 military members, which is approximately 0.3% of the nation's total population. Of these, 59,000 serve in active duty roles, while in the event of a large-scale conflict, over 20,000 reservists can be mobilized. In a significant arms update during the late 1980s, the F-88 Austere became the standard issue rifle for the Australian military, supplanting the SLR and the M16. The ADF is technologically advanced but modest in size. Although it has the most military personnel in Oceania, it is smaller than other Asian armed forces. The ADF is made up of three major branches: the Australian Army, the Royal Australian Navy, and the Royal Australian Air Force. Each branch is critical to the security of the country. The Australian Army represents the very backbone of the Australian Defence Force. As its most sizable branch, it boasts over 29,000 active members. Their arsenal is as diverse as it is potent, ranging from battle-hardened tanks to powerful artillery units and robust armored vehicles. Specialized units like the esteemed Special Air Service Regiment and the 2nd Commando Regiment stand as testaments to Australia's unwavering commitment to military excellence. Serving as the ground component of the ADF, the Army plays a pivotal role among the three services. As of its recent inventory, it operates M1A1 Abrams main battle tanks, which were acquired in 2007. However, in a move to upgrade its armored strength, the Army placed an order for M1A2 Abrams on January 2022 to replace the older M1A1 variant. Deliveries are anticipated to commence in 2024. Along with tanks, the Army has fielded a vast number of Boxer and M113 armored personnel carriers. As of May 2023, the Army's artillery includes 155mm towed howitzers, with an additional order for M142 HIMARS rocket artillery units. Beyond these, the Army operates a range of engineering vehicles and state-of-the-art unmanned aerial vehicles, such as the Black Hornet Nano and the RQ-7B Shadow 200. The infantry is equipped with advanced weaponry, including the M4 carbine, the F-88 Austere, and the HK-416, among others. Furthermore, the Aviation Corps maintains an impressive fleet of helicopters, comprising CH-47 Chinooks, NH-90, and Eurocopter Tigers. Australia's extensive coastline requires vigilant guardianship. The Royal Australian Navy, or RAN, rises to this challenge, shouldering the responsibility with steadfast commitment. Serving as the naval arm of the Australian Defence Force, the RAN, initially established for local defence, has evolved to play an increasingly pivotal role in regional security. It boasts a fleet of commissioned vessels, backed by 15,285 permanent and 3,932 reserve personnel. With a notable presence in the Indian Ocean and active participation in international operations, both in wartime campaigns and peacekeeping missions, the RAN stands as one of the most significant and modern naval forces in the South Pacific. Its current fleet encompasses helicopter carriers, destroyers, frigates, submarines, offshore patrol vessels, and mine hunters. Dominating the skies over the land down under, the Royal Australian Air Force, also known as RAF, is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, man, already just seeing the Army and the Navy, it does look like so well equipped. Tell me if you're in any of those areas within the military. Tell me how it actually is.
Its inventory boasts hundreds of aircraft, including a fleet of fighter jets, versatile transport aircraft, and state-of-the-art surveillance platforms. The RAF's crown jewel, the F-35A Lightning II Joint Strike Fighter, marks a pivotal advancement in Australia's air superiority. The Royal Australian Air Force operates a diverse fleet of aircraft for combat, marine patrol, transport, and training. Its intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance arsenal includes AP-3C Orion and P-8 Poseidon maritime patrol aircraft, as well as the E-7A Wedgetail aircraft. The defense budget is one of the most important indicators of military strength. Australia consistently ranks among the top spenders in the Asia-Pacific area in terms of military spending. Australia has made significant investments in the modernization of its military equipment and technology. The ADF is well equipped to handle diverse defense scenarios with state-of-the-art submarines and modern fighter jets. The Australian military's reach extends well beyond its borders, in addition to its domestic prowess. They actively participate in international cooperation and peacekeeping missions, contributing significantly to global security. The Australian military's regional cooperation and partnerships with major allies such as the United States contribute to the region's stability and security. Their unwavering commitment to ensuring peace and security is admirable. Their power comes from the industrious and committed men and women who proudly serve their country, as well as from the forefront of technology and equipment. From historic victories to advanced capabilities, the Australian Defence Force deserves respect on a global scale. In conclusion, the Australian military's rich history, combined with its advanced technology and
Sometimes like I've seen in this video, like it's shown like America. That's the second time I've seen like an American flag on something. I've seen the Indian one there like a minute or so ago. I think some of the clips they've used in this are incorrect.
history, combined with its advanced technology and highly trained personnel, makes it a formidable military power. With its three major branches, the Australian Army, the Royal Australian Navy, and the Royal Australian Air Force, each playing a critical role in maintaining the country's security, the Australian Defence Force upholds its reputation as a world-class military force. Its extensive arsenal of advanced weapons and equipment, combined with its expertise in intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance capabilities, provides it with a serious advantage in modern conflict. Although the Australian military is advanced, it is smaller in size when compared to other Asian armed forces. Nonetheless, the Australian military is a force to be taken seriously when it comes to its capabilities, and alliances make it an important player in the region.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like not just about the size, like experience counts for a lot. As you see, like at the start when we stopped at, is Australia's been in so many like conflicts before, and like the experience built from that is like so invaluable. I guess it'll always get compared in the region to somewhere like China, who's this like global power, who's always like agitating for war, like with Taiwan and stuff like that, and like they don't have anywhere near as much experience in these real conflicts. So how does a big army or like a lot of equipment translate to like being successful? It doesn't really, but Australia's like obviously very well equipped with a lot of modern equipment, strong soldiers, and yeah, these alliances obviously very important when it comes to like intelligence sharing and stuff like that as well. So it's like such a strong military. Again, very happy to be an ally. I feel like it puts the British military to shame. Tell me what you think about this. Thanks.